In this video, we'll talk about AI in insurance. There are different types of insurance, such as car or auto insurance, homeowners insurance, health insurance, travel insurance, etc. It's a difficult job for the insurance company to determine the risk premium. Imagine the extreme scenarios that no one claimed money from the insurance firm. Then, the insurance company is safe and happy. However, in a very worst scenario, like in an earthquake that everyone in a particular city is involved, then the insurance company may need to pay a lot of money. So it's very important for the insurance company to determine risk premium so that the company will have a positive gain in most of the time. Unfortunately, the world is not that simple. There is an information asymmetry between customers and the insurance company. The insured or the customers often know better than the insurance company or the insured. For example, someone buys a health insurance. He or she may not want to disclose all the genetic and medical conditions that he or she may have. They have no incentive to reveal their information because they may end up paying more for that. Another thing is the riskier people are more likely to buy insurance. People at a young age will not think about health insurance. The insurance company uses a risk management practice called risk pooling. So a group of individuals whose insurance costs are combined to calculate the premiums. In this case, the riskier customers pay less than they should. This is because they have a higher chance to get insured. What they receive should be more than the amounts they pay. The safer customers pay more than they should. They're likely the people who will not claim money. How can insurance company find out the lemons, meaning the riskier customers? We need data. Before we continue, let us introduce a concept which is called Internet of Things, IoT. IoT is a network of devices that exchange data and interact with each other. Let me show you an example of IoT at my home. So this girl is wearing a 100% human t-shirt, and she's going to press the doorbell. This is what I can see in the app in my phone. Now I successfully entered the house. This is my living room, and I asked Amazon's Alexa to play me some music.
Here's a station you might like, 2010 Pop on Amazon Music.
Alexa, stop please.
I was recording, so you can see my video now. Alexa, play some music.
Here's a station you might like, 2010's Pop on Amazon Music.
Alexa, stop please. So this is one example of Internet of Things that I have at my home. And this lowered my insurance fee for 5%. So, how do Internet of Things help the insurance company? Sometimes when we purchase health insurance, the insurance companies will give us some wearable devices, such as smartwatch, glucose monitored, and cardiac monitored. Smartwatch can measure our heart rate, walking distance, and the sleeping pattern. It can also detect if someone falls. This function is useful for elderly who may not have good knees. Glucose monitor measures glucose level as well as the insurance level. Cardiac monitor measures the heart rate. My understanding is that it is more accurate than the data from the smartwatch. So, insurance companies give us these devices. If our heart rate is within a reasonable range, if we walk at least 10,000 steps, for example, if we sleep a reasonable number of hours, then the insurance company knows that we are at low risk and hence may give us a lower price in the health insurance. Similarly, there are many telematics which are useful for the insurance companies regarding the car insurance. Most of these information can be found in the panel of the car. For example, our speed patterns tell the insurance company that we are not driving too fast. Braking patterns tell the company that we don't brake suddenly, or we don't always brake within a short period of time. It is also important to maintain a distance from other cars. A common saying is the distance should be at least 3 Mississippi. Mississippi is a way of counting. First, we find a marker like a tree or road sign. When the car in front of you passes this marker, we start counting 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. If you pass the marker before you get to 3 Mississippi, then you are too close to the car in front of you. Every time you make a turn, you should use the turn signal to indicate that you're going to make a turn, so the car behind you will know it. If you show the turn left signal, but you're turning right, then the car at your back will be confused. If accidents happen, it may reveal that it's your fault. Usually a smaller car mileage indicates the car engine is new, so it's safer. Everyone, including the driver and the passengers in the car, should wear seat belts. There is a seatbelt sign on the panel as well. A paved road is safer than an unpaved road or a hilly road. So there are many parameters that are related to car insurance and can be told from the panel of the car. How will the insurance company use these data? Some data, such as the car mileage, are related to risk estimation. Insurance companies extract information from these data. Then a risk score is calculated based on this information. The risk premium is determined by the risk score. Real-time data can also be used to prevent accidents. For example, when the road is dangerous, the driver will be warned before accidents happen. If the car goes too fast, the driver will also be warned. Some data, like the turn signal, can be used as automatic accidents reporting. So, based on the information, the insurance company may suggest suitable helps to the customers. If you are asked to create a driving score for a driver, can you suggest some ideas on how it can be done? Here are some ideas for creating a driving score. Speed. It measures how often and how much is the speed limit exceed. If a person usually exceeds the speed limit, then the driving score will be low. Braking. It measures the number of jacks per kilometer. Does the person stop suddenly most of the time? The more jacks per kilometer one does, the lower the driving score will be. Distance from others. Does the driver keep a 2 or 3 second distance from others? Turn signal. How often does the driver use the signal before turning? Length of drive. How long does the driver drive consecutively? The longer the trip, the lower the driving score. Travel route. Does the car appear in traffic black spot often? After you have these factors and how these factors related to the driving score, you can do a linear regression to find the driving score. In our model, the higher the driving scores means that the person has a lower risk. We can also use a webcam to detect driver's drowsiness. That means we can detect if a driver is falling asleep. When a program in the webcam figures out that the driver is falling asleep, then it can wake the drivers up and prevent accidents. For professional drivers, the computer can report the accidents to their supervisors. Hence, drivers who fall asleep often should be charged more on car insurance. So how does detection algorithm work? Basically, a facial landmark detector finds a human face and returns 68 points or coordinates. It implements in the open source library dlib. dlib is written in C++. If you use another programming language called Python, it also has an easy-to-use Python bindings. dlib makes use of machine learning and data analysis. For each frame or each picture, the program calculates the eye ratios and checks whether it is lower than a threshold for some consecutive frames. That means the person is not just blinking his or her eyes. So the driver is deemed to be drowsy. The alarm is then played to wake the driver. A customer will claim money from the insurance company after accidents happens. There are lots of tedious and routine paperwork in an insurance claim. The good news is that AI can be used to automate claim process. For example, in a car insurance, AI can generate an automated claim report by analyzing the car's telematics. Based on the pictures or videos in the webcam in the car, AI can estimate how severe the damage is and can estimate a claim for the case. Chatbot can be used to suggest suitable help. Information can be extracted from claim forms, damage reports, and receipts. Nowadays, document scanning and information extraction softwares like Adobe Scan can replace humans in this area, so it's good to learn how to use the app. If there is a suspicious case, AI will also flag out for further investigation. This is what we call fraud detection. So some customers may collude with others to file fraud or exaggerated claims. For example, doctors may perform unnecessary examinations. Drivers may fake accidents. AI can have flagging suspicious claims. For example, did similar patients receive similar treatments? If someone received extra treatments, are they necessary? Were there any anomaly in telemetrics before the accident? So AI will look for patterns and will flag if there are any irregularities. Internet of Things allow us to collect real-time data. With the help of AI, the insurance company can estimate risk more accurately, can screen out the reckless customers, can provide personalized insurance policy, provide feedback to the customers, incentivize the customers to engage in less risky activities by lowering the insurance fee they paid, alert customers in abnormal or emergency situations, so there will be less claim cases, and it can also lower insurance fees. To summarize, AI turned accidents compensation into accidents preventions. It can also help automating claim process and detect fraud claims. That's the end of this lecture.